This time around, I'm going for a different variation on the pull-ups. Starting from the floor and keeping my legs straight out in front of me. So the the starting position is slightly easier, but the variation itself, it's much, much harder than a normal pull-up. It's hard, especially right now for me, because my hips are feeling extremely sore still. I couldn't really fully extend them even when I'm walking. And so that actually was proving to be very difficult, to the point where, concerning the lower body, I was only doing bodyweight squats and good mornings. But after this strength-oriented pulling variation, I went into a horizontal push for a bit of a higher rep range. And what better exercise than the ring push-up? Was trying to go as deep as I could, and I was only able to do as many reps as in the previous session that I did these, but I was definitely going much deeper and getting a bigger stretch at the bottom of the range of motion. And when I went into the core slash hip flexor work, I decided to go for a straight leg raise, but that was very, very tough. And even though I'm used to doing this when I'm in the gym, since my hip flexors were so sore, I could only do maybe 10, and then I rep the rest out with the bent knee. And talking about the lower body, again, I was feeling so sore in my legs that walking to the park was actually hard. But as I got a bit warm, everything felt a bit better. I was able to get down to a decent depth, and nevertheless, this, while being a very easy exercise, proved to be just enough for me in this situation. And after that, good morning was probably a very good pairing, so that I could work a bit of the posterior chain after I was doing the bodyweight squats. Now, yesterday I mentioned that my right wrist was not feeling the greatest over the last couple of days, and so I decided to take some time to get something for the wrist, something that hopefully should help the pain subside and the whole thing go back to normal. This is an exercise that I did last year when I had a similar annoyance with my right wrist. It's always the right wrist, because this is a bone that I broke twice when I was younger, and for sure I've been doing too much volume on handstands, coupled with the snowboarding, which probably aggravated the issue. Usually I feel like a slight discomfort, and then I just back off the volume slightly, and that goes away. So I know what to do. It's just a shame that I wasn't able to prevent it. But even these exercises that I did, that I superset after the big compound giant set, were actually giving me a good sensation in my wrist, because both in the skull crushers and these bicep curls, I was actually engaging my forearm, and my wrist was flexing and extending as I was repping these out. So at the end of this, I probably felt a bigger pump in my forearms than I did in either my triceps and my biceps. And I'm sure that this is going to help me out when with my wrist, and I'm gonna go back to baseline pretty soon. And to finish up this isolation mini giant set, I was doing again these banded low raises. So I got to work both the arms and the shoulders. And that wraps up the session. Still sore. Hopefully tomorrow gonna feel better in my lower body, then I can actually do something slightly harder. But it was a good one. Ciao.